Respected friends, ensure are we sadhakas, ensure is jignasa in us is intact, are becoming dull because of any reasons. See whether the moksha in us is becoming stronger like Bhagavan Rama in this Shastra. See how much is our bhakti to our Ishtadevata is growing, getting added, deepened, intensified through various means. So to our Shishyatva in us, to our Gurus, and also our Shrotutva, let us not compromise with it for any reason. While doing all these spiritual sadhanas, all the internal pus of Rajo and Tamo gunas, of worldliness, of many lives, tries to fight against this. And in that struggle only, they all come out and out. At that time, holding firmly to our own faith in the goal and the God, allow them to go away. When all that storm, cyclone goes away, the life as a spiritual sadhaka and sadhana smoothly will move on. So ensure that sevaka in us of the loka attitude. Also the Sanatana Dharma Premi Samsthapaka. To do all these things, a relative amount of matured Vairagya towards this world. When these 9 identities are intact with us, we are adding to our spirituality every day. So too, who is guiding us, who is blessing us? Shruti Mata. So gratitude, so much gratitude to her, that she should melt and enter into our hearts with less efforts. So too, so much gratitudes to our Guru Parampara, as if they leave everything else and come only to teach us, rescue us. So too, so much of gratitudes, prayers, upasanas to the devatas, that they are also full of compassion to us, ready to empower us in all our faculties all the time. Then our gratitudes to the Ishvara, that he gave us a chance in this world to be united with him through our Bhakti Sharanagati. While extending gratitude, while doing this, we keep on praying to him. Then Brahma Tattva, our own essential self, may we, as a main goal, keep identifying with it more frequently every day. This is how every day, having remembered these 9 plus 5 things, let us do our study of this taken up great text, Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam. Sri Rama is becoming means for us to know how we have to observe the entire gamut of the happenings of the outer world and its reactions in the inner world. Through that, let us understand all limitations, insufficiencies, and binding effects of all this. Then, from within, let us discover that genuine vairagya for everything. In that heart alone, the even jignasa and moksha from our side will be generated, seeing that the Paramatma Guru running, they come to us to give us the upadesha for moksha and make us do the due sadhanas also, and see to it that we achieve. Like in many worldly fields also, there are some lucky people who have someone. Sometimes it's mother only, or father, or elder brother, or sister, or grandparents, or any uncle, somebody, chacha, somebody. From the young age, they are with us. And they see to it that our education happens well, our higher educations happen well, our interviews, jobs proper we get, and even the marriage, settling in life. For some lucky people, there are some people like that throughout life. Even the Mahatmas, Gurus, somebody is there to serve as the Bhaktas, etc. In the same way, let the Guru guard me, happy with our Vairagya, Jignasa and Moksha. So much that they ensure till the last moment of our reaching the destination. And they are with us. That should be our goal. Sri Rama is like that. He is teaching us. So in this Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayana Vairagya Prakaranam 14th chapter, the Jivita Garahanam we are seeing. 4 shlokas are there, or 5 of them. Once that is done, the Ahankara Garahanam, which is the most tough, difficult topic, but most important one for the true spiritual seekers, because all else can be conquered with one or the other efforts, helps one day or the other. But this hiding ego to catch which alone and to accept that this is the obstruction itself is so much difficult it is. We can't agree only. We cannot leave this ego. We can't even understand from where, how this ahankara is coming and acting as if it is everything. So such ahankara, vigarhana, he does here. And it goes on throughout the entire 32,000 shlok wala this text. Let us taste our today's talk, what it is. Today's, what I say, the portion. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo, Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Yerive Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanataha Vyakhyataha Sarva Vedantaha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Apadamapartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmikir Munisimhasya Kavitavanacharinaha Shrunvan Rama Kathanadam Konayati Param Gatim. Om Yadvakyamritapayinam Pratibadam Satyam Sudhani Rasa Yad Vakyartha Vicharana Dabhimataha Swargopi Karagruham Yadvani Vishadatma Purna Manasam Tucham Jagat Tulavat Tasmai Shri Gurave Vasishta Munaye Nityam Namaskurmahe Yasyarsham Prathita Jagat Trayahita Sa Veda Mata Para यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् सिसृक्षुर्जगत् तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटालङ्कार चिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां शुद्धां किलादात् यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगद आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वामदेव वेदव्यास भरद्वाजादि समस्त ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास उक्त भागवत ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभूति प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरु आचार्याणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवकानां आश्रम संस्थानां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य आदि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं धर्म संस्थापनार्थं सनातन धर्मस्य अनेक शत सहस्र अनंत संख्येषु गुरूणाम् आचार्याणाम् अवताराणाम् आविर्भावार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे अवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। Friends, we are into the 14th chapter, last few shlokas. ओम अथ चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः ओम अथ श्री चतुर्दशः सर्गः। We have seen 17th mantra. Sharira bila vishrantaihi vishadaha pradayibhihi rogaihi apiyate raudraihi vyalaihi iva vana anilaha. So like the vana anila, the beautiful fresh winds air of vana is totally taken by the snakes and they fume the atmosphere with the poison. In the same way, staying in the Sharira Bila, in the various holes of the Shariras. These Bila of the Sharira are the Navarandras or any of the inner Sharirika parts of the body, even every part from the head to the toe in any of the cell. So in the Sharira Bila Antaha Vishrantai. What are there which are staying in the Sharira Bila are the variety of the rogas. Then what are they doing? Visha Daha Pradayibhi. They are giving Visha in today's modern language. It's called as variety of infections. Daha in terms of the symptoms because of what called as the temperatures, the pains, the swellings, whatever other things which make us uneasy, diseased, displaced from the easiness. Then with those rogaihi, apiyate rodraihi, vyalaihi va vana nilaha. So, these are the, what do you call, these snakes are like the outer snakes are taking away the winds. These inner snakes of diseases are consuming all the winds of our Vayu or the Prana or even the life span. And how much of our life's time and attention and strengths are gone with or because of some or the other sort of displacements of the body's easiness. Isn't it? And once we grow to little elderly age, beyond 50-55, so some or the other bodily samasya will keep on coming till we leave the body, except for some lucky people who are disciplined in their life of bhojana, nidra, ityadi, and are lucky by earlier lives, punya, they got such a good sharira. But many of us have these things. And a little food zyada khaya, problem. Some wrong food taken 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Some gastric thing eaten, that troubles us. And a little balance gone out of the sugar or BP levels, gone. And any of the vitals of the body, vital parts of the body, when they start giving some trouble, kitna dukh hota hai. And these snakes are cruel, so too the diseases are cruel, and they don't spare anyone. कोई राजा हो या रंग का हो, धनपति हो या धनहीन हो, educated or uneducated हो, it doesn't matter. This is Sharira, Roga Rupi Sarpa, staying in the bila of the Sharira with its cruel chestas will trouble everyone. So what is his life? It's of so much misery. I don't want this only. Like this, the mood of Rama. Not knowing that there is something permanent that can be achieved. He knows it, but not as much knowing that he is inspired to know it. Or while going through all this discussion, toward the end he may ask directly for the truth or directly for the Shreyas, which obviously is there in the truth only. So the disgust in Sri Rama, I regard all these things and I am not interested at all in this type of life. Roga Yukta. So this is what we also should learn the lesson. The two lessons are, live such a life of dharma and punya, that life is full of health only, maximum, and our healthy life let us use only for the Paramatma Anveshana. Let this thought become deep and live life accordingly, really sincerely. That is what is our goal. Then prasnuvanai avichedam tuchai antaravasibhi dukkai avrushyate kruraihi gunairiva jaradrumaha. Yesterday we were seeing this also. The jaradrumaha, that old tree, by gunaihi, those small little insects, how they having entered from earth, from the roots onwards, by taking away, eating away the sapidity of the tree, such a strong tree, from within slowly, it makes it kokla. The root portion of the tree is eaten away. Now it has no strength to stand. It will just bend somewhere, some direction, or this kida goes into every branch and all of them are eaten. There's such a green tree yielding fruits or flowers or leaves or oxygen. So जैसे वो पूरा सड़ जाता है, in the same way avichedam, unstoppably, prasnuvana means variety of things that ooze out of the body, to chai, with that very niche type of things, nature, to chai antaravasibihi, those things which are there inside, by throwing them out of the body, dukkaihi avrushyate kruraihi, and giving this terrible dukkha, this rogadi, like those kida, trouble us. In the above shloka, these rogas are compared with the snakes in the forest. In this shloka, the rogas compared with those kide makode which eat away the vruksha. Isn't it? The variety of those things that happen. So what it meant here is the kapha, the vata, the pitta. When the kapha problems come, the phlegm that is oozing out relentlessly, and to throw it out, when that is a expect, what do you call it as, not the suppressing wala, expressing wala, outer wala cough hai. So continuously it goes on throughout the day and night. There are people who are coughing for months together. खत्म ही नहीं होता. Any amount of काढ़ा ले लो, any amount of medicines ले लो, कुछ भी करो जाता है. And खांसी कर करके all other parts of the body get so much tired. Heart से लेकर सब कुछ. And that phlegm that is coming out and all. The expectorant type of the cough. The dry cough is the wet cough, it is called. The dry cough is inside only, it burns the throat itself. That is meaning of prasnuvanaihi tuchaihi, when it is in the Ayurvedic language called as kapha. The second is the vata, the temperatures of the body, the heating ups of the body. I know that is what is the oozing out of the temperature. Second one, prasnuvana tuchha. Then other one is the pitta samasya, the variety of gastrointestinal problems, how they create the acidities and so many other below abdomen related problems, etc. Other than that, any of the wounds, any there, from them the variety of odors that is coming and all. And each one different things. किसी का खून बहना रुकता नहीं है, किसी को और कुछ होते रहता है. अब क्या बताएं? So just like that Rama in his travel might have seen people suffering with all this. मंदिरों में घूम रहे थे, लोग आते मंदिर में मत्था टेककर to ask भगवान, oh Lord, remove this disease, this and that. So he was observing it. How terrible it is. The rogas, when they come, how worrisome the life is. That is what is dukkai avrushyate kruraihi. So with the variety of dukkhas, these krura diseases avrushyate troubles this manushya sharira. When the ammonium and all of them grow in the body, how it pains at the legs, on the bottom of the legs. You can't put the ground on the foot on the ground. It is so painful. So what are the calcium deficiencies? How brittle the bones become. Such thing happens when the knees start giving pain. You can't walk, terrible pain. Walk the knee pain, don't walk, there's no exercise. Then the whole body becomes stiff. The food desire can't be controlled. Eating, then that grows the fat. Body vajandar ho jata hai. How painful that human life is, Baba. All of that we have to add here to the word kruraihi vyadhivihi avrushyate. With these terrible, cruel, desirous, diseases, avrushyate, the human body is troubled and uprooted or tortured or made kokala from inside. The other things called as the cancerous things we are not talking. And the heart related things. Once that heart attack comes, they are throughout life, entire, the dynamism, the agility, the initiatives, everything go away. बस हर मूवमेंट हाथ दिल पे लगाकर डरते डरते रहना बस. Once go to hospital, 15 दिन रह के आ जाओ. Thereafter, even at home only, like in the hospital only. Apart from that, the other problems of some accidents happening, इसका तो यहाँ हिसाब नहीं दिया. उन दिनों में इतने हवाई गाड़ियां वगैरह घूमना सब नहीं होता था, इसे एक्सीडेंट्स कम ही होते थे. They are also terrible. Ganga Fasad accident by mistake. So add all of that in that. Okay. So idea is what? Human life, don't covet it. You expect some sukha in that, only 10% maximum. It gives us so many of the dukkha. Not necessary to go through. Either get a better sharira through the punyadi karma, or in this sharira only recognize the ultimate truth beyond all the dehadi upadi. Clear? Next one. Nunam nigaranayashu ghanagardhamanaratam akurmarjarake neva maranena avalokyate. Abdeko, coming toward the end. About the life and its shortcomings or its problems or its limitations. Other causes because of which the Jivanam is garihita, not so worthy and beautiful. Isn't it? Then in the subsequent chapters, Lord Rama may talk about the Sukshma Sharira. Here to Zadatar Sthula Sharir ka jikr. In the Sukshma Sharira also, the Indriyas, they are giving up. It also part of Sthula only. The mind, its frustrations, worries, anxieties, so much. Troubles of the Buddhi also unable to gain knowledge, sort out the problems. And the horrible one is the arrogance. Anyway, for that, one complete chapter is dedicated, the next one. These are all these subtle body problems with which all the time we are miserable. More subtly, long time, life after life, miserable we are because of the Sukshma Sharira Rogas, the Adi, which are called as Adi. We saw it in Shiva Bhujanga Prayata. So here is what? Ki Nunam indeed Nigaranaya. Nigalne ke liye. See that Nigalna one, the word is from the Nigaranaya. To gulp down, to consume. And this life, Ghanagardham Anaratham. So Ghanagardha means with extreme grudha, with extreme Trishna, Anaratham, without any alternatives or excuses. The Maranena, by the Mrityu, this human life is avalokyate, is looked at to. Okay, Mrityu Devata, Mrityu is आयु को निगलने के लिए बिना कोई sympathy का घनगर्धम, with so much of covetousness, it is waiting to come and consume and eat away. The example given is Akuhu Marjara Keda. Akuhu the rat, Marjara the cat. How the cat does all the planning of very soft, without making sound, near the hole of the rat. It waits for 1 hour, 2 hours. The moment the rat is in black, he jumps on it and catches and eats away. It is only till in the eyes of the cat the rat has not fallen, that it is saved. एक बार बिल्ली के आंखों में आ गया चूहा, not like the Tom and Jerry, वो तो टाइम पास के लिए दिया है वो. Otherwise, the Tom cat will not leave the mouse Jerry. So like that. And you have seen cat catching the rat and पकड़ के ठपक ठपक के जमीन पे मार के how उसको मार देता है, फिर मुंह में लेकर it goes somewhere to eat. So too the Mrityu Billi is ready to eat away the Manushya Jivana Chuha. Good example, no? Billi Chuha wala. Nigaranaya, Ashu Nigaranaya, Ghana, then Ghana Gardhan, Ghana means heavy, Gardha means Grudha. Anaratham, without any of the sympathy, etc., Maranena by the Mrityu Avalokyate is seen this human life to be consumed, to consume. Abu Marjarakena is the example. So therefore, accept all these things, be wise not to have too much of hopes, expectations in the human life to for sukha. For the sake of that, don't do any of the things, most of it will be papa dharma. They will affect us in giving the sharira roga yukta with aneka prarabdha of the dukkha. This is one another thing, Ramji's observation. Next one, same, थोड़ा ये तो अलग ही है. 20th श्लोका, गंधादि गुण गर्भिण्या शून्यया शक्ति विषया अन्नम महाशनेनेव जरया परिजीर्यते. गंधादि गुण गर्भिण्या शून्यया शक्ति वेश्या अन्नम महाशनेनेव जरया परिजीर्यते. Sri Ramji's observation. And example is given. See, Gandhari Guna Garvinya means all the Chandanam Gandham applied on the body with all the ornaments for beautification. Who is she? Veshya. So, she has got all the outer ornaments, outer makeup, etc. But Shunya and Ashakti she is. Shunya and Ashakta, she is not capable of giving expected sukha. This example Rama gives here. For what? In the human life, the Jaravastha. What is here? Gandhadi Guna Garvini comparison to the Jaravastha is Annam Mahashanena Iva. This endless hunger is there for consumption of the food and other bhoga. And consumed also. But like that Shunya and Ashakti Veshya, in that Jara Avastha, except consuming everything, most unproductive, useless is that life human. बस बैठे रहते हैं, खाना सब वहां बैठे हुए जगह दे आना है, रिमोट कंट्रोल देना है, टीवी दिखाना है, and not useful only that old fellows. Exceptions तो है वहाँ, some people still last moment of life, they at least stand on their feet, those are fit enough. But others, most of them, ready to consume all, every bhoga they want, every comfort they want. हाँ मांगते रहते हैं. There is no end to it. Even age of 80, 90 also, there is a desire of eating chocolates, eating namkeen. नहीं तो इतना सारे खाने की चीज दुनिया में क्यों बनते हैं? Only for the older people only, more than the children. Then they went with different of these drinks and all of that. Then they should be taken in a wheelchair or car to take to that garden, this park, that place, this entertainment. Not except satsang, that only want the children, grandchildren to take them. like कुत्ते को ले जाना पड़ता है शाम को घुमाने. But Shunya Ashakta Veshya ki tarah means what? That old age is of no use, no productivity for oneself or the other. So what is a take-home point here? If before the Buddhavastha comes, realize the self and just leave the body. Isn't it? That is a lesson to be learned when we are young only. Uttava Chaturtha Mukhya Purushartha karke raho. Or much before we come to that level of non-performance or non-independence, before we start becoming dependent on God, pray to the Lord that we should not be in this area. Maitreyi Prarthana daily kar raha hu Baba. So the Jara Avastha Grahanam here in the human life is done by that peculiar explanation of everything consumed but unproductive. You have no use at all. Here Sri Rama's observations, but in the worldly parlance it's different discussion. And the elders are the dignity of the society. They have done their job during their young ages. They deserve to relax now, and we, while learning from them, have our duty to serve them. These things we teach the youngsters in those classes. Oh, uska alagi situation, subject, context. But here, what a pathetic is this old age. And everybody feels bad only. All people who help us, the children, किसी को पसंद नहीं होता भाई ऐसे लगातार लगे रहने के लिए सेवा करना. Somebody may appear to be a very rich person, famous. दूसरे दूर से देखने वालों के लिए होता वो. Very close people, including servants. Unless those servants are brought up with so much love, and unless that person is of the nature of love, they get only scoldings only. Big people. अब क्या हिसाब एग्जाम्पल्स दे ओल्ड एज में. This is, hey Swami, one day, today I can tolerate months together, years together. How can I? And who has another problem? Because of not having good samskaras from the young age or middle age. Spiritual samskara, decency, सेल्फलेसनेस, ईगोलेसनेस, ये नहीं होने के कारण इसके ऑपोजिट वाले मेनली द मेल मैस्कुलिन डोमिनेशन होता है. थोड़े औरत लोग भी होते होंगे, बट दिस मैस्कुलिन वाले who are now between the age of 65 to 90 now, exceptions छोड़कर male folk, such a calamity to the people there. एक मिनट वाइफ को चैन से रहने नहीं देते, कुछ ना कुछ सेवा करते रहना. And then always expressing that anger and frustration and all. Children are fed up, grandchildren are fed up, servants are fed up, and that vichitra arrogance. And the people, the bechare, they can't kick this fellow out of the house, can't put him in the old age home. That much money you can't afford, 30, 40, 50,000 per mahina. Naraka they go through. And the old man never dies also. They pray. होता है क्यों? How many families we know it? They won't express. In today's world, when the whole evenings 8 बजते हैं, everything silent in all the locality. Other half are watching TV and all, half are frustrated in all this dukkha. Childhood, we were 11 o'clock तक बाहर स्ट्रीट लाइट के नीचे बैडमिंटन खेलते थे, गोली खेलते थे, एक दूसरे प्यार से टेनिकॉइड, एवरीथिंग वी यूज्ड टू प्ले, टॉक टू ईच अदर. द गर्ल्स ग्रुप अलग है, बॉयज का अलग, यंगस्टर्स का अलग है, ओल्डीज का अलग है. वहाँ जा बैठकर लाइफ भी लिव्ड इन दोस डेज. अभी बस चिपक के टीवी पे या ये वाले फ्रस्ट्रेशन. You can't do anything with that man. Sometimes that women also. All of that you have to understand in Rama saying, Annam Mahashanena eva. Like Mahashana, Annam he consumes. Jaraya Parijariyate, the old age will consume us. So painful that is. To others also, to oneself also. Now comes last but 2 shlokas. 21. Dinaihi katipayaireva परिज्ञाय गताधरं दुर्जनः सुजनेनेव यौवनेनावमुच्यते. A very typical peculiar way of expression by Rama here. He says, dinaihi katipayaihi eva pati parignaya durjanah sujanena gata adaram avamuchyate. Like a person of full maturity understanding. He got somebody in his company. Then he thought a good person started becoming friendly to him. But within a week's 10 days time, that person's nature is understood that he is not Sujana as thought, he is a Durjana. Once पता चल गया दुर्जन in his company, पैसे मेरा waste हो रहा है, unnecessary bad habits are happening, the name and the fame in the society is getting destroyed by they saying कि उसके साथ घूमते हो तू. Once this Sujana knows about this person to be Durjana, what he will do? Very soon, Amamuchyate, he will just start avoiding him and goes away and cuts off all relation. That is also a suggestion by Rama here. If such people are there in our life, because of whom we are unnecessarily suffering or getting wrongly affected, Durjan कहते हैं उनको उनसे दूर रहो. But that's an example given for what, very interesting thing. This Sujana is Yavana. And a Durjana is what? Doing nothing. Of a human being. When this doing nothing human being is there, seeing him, this Yavana thinks that ये तो useless fellow है. Therefore, the Yavana leaves him and goes away. That means what? That young age of activeness, dynamism in a person who is not active or dynamic, okay? Quickly that active dynamism along with you to go away by age of 30, 40 only, he starts becoming liability to himself and others also. That is the meaning of a Sujana finding meaninglessness with this Durjana, Avamuchyate leaves. So to the youthhood, thinking that this fellow is not using me, leaves and goes away, means quickly he becomes useless, old and energyless, sapidityless, etc. And all these pictures Rama might have seen en route. We can see around us also. Even at the age of 80, 85, there are people so active, dynamic. Same you can say there are 35, 40 only. इतना बुढ़ाओ की तरह हो गया हो कि he can't do anything now. In our own friends, family circle, one or two you can find. Again, from this, the lesson is what? When we are young, active, dynamic, use it for best of the works. One of the reasons for me to take 6 classes, 7, 8, 9, 10, even though health doesn't permit or no other type of things, only this reason. When we become older and older, look back, something to cherish, and that time we can't do all that, even if we want. And that time, करने को दूसरे साधनाएं होंगे, हम वो करेंगे. बस एक हाथ में एक बैठो, मिला तो खाना नहीं तो नहीं, 2 दिन में एक बार, और अपने मस्ती ध्यान छोड़ो शरीर, बस. ये हो गया 31वां श्लोक या 21. Then only 2 more. विनाश सुहृदा नित्यं जरा मरण बंधुना रूपं खंगवरेणेव कृतांतेनाभिलष्यते. This human life. कृतांतेनाभिलष्यते. Most lovingly loved and desired by the कृतांत, the यमधर्मराज only. This human life को बहुत प्यार करने वाला. So the 3 examples are given before. This human life is loved by Yamaraja and he is always ready, eagerly waiting to take it away. One example is Vinasha Suhurda. Vinasha Suhurda Jara Marana Bandhuna. That Yamaraja, whose well-wisher is Vinasha, the destruction. That Yamaraja, whose bandhu is Jaramarana. Jaramarana namak bandhu और विनाश नामक सुहृत जिस यमराज को है, वो यमराज नित्य Abhilashate, this human life, he does the abhilasha of it. Means he ready to take away. Third one, Rupam Khangavareneva, like the person who is attracted to the Rupa, the Saundarya. रूप सौंदर्य अभिलाषी की तरह और विनाश नामक सुहृद और जरा मरण बंधु का जो स्वामी है यमराज. For him only the human life is so priya that he is looking for the opportunity to take away. That is the essence here. Then the last shloka of this chapter 23. स्थिरतया सुखभासितया तया सततमुज्झितमुत्तम फल्गुच जगति नास्ति तथा गुणवर्जितं मरणभाजनमायुरिदं यथा. स्थिरतया सुखभासितया तया सततम उज्झितम उत्तम फल्गुच. So स्थिरतया सुखभासितया तया. So the sthirata is also a bhasa. Permanency is only an abhasa. Long life. Sukha also bhasitaya. The imagination of the continuation of the sukha, that is also imagination. Long life and continuous happiness. जिस मनुष्य जीवन में आभास मात्र है, स्थिरतया सुखभासितया तया तदन सततम उज्झितम उत्तम फल्गुच. Satatam Uchchitam, all the time oozing up to Uttama Falgu means the highest level of meaninglessness. Falgu means meaningless, chota. Uttama Falgu, matlab highest level of uselessness. Then Nasti Tatha Gunavarjitam. In this Jagat, there is nothing more Gunavarjita, Gunarahita than this living life, human life. Marana Bhajanam Ayuhidam Yatha. This Ayu, the life whose final bhajanam destination is Marana alone, there is nothing worthy at all in this life. Worst in this world is only this life of the Ayu, living. In this way, Rama concludes. Marana bhajanam idam Ayu. This Ayu, which is finally endowed with Mrityu, Gunavarjitam, it is without any guna, Jagati nasti tatha. Nothing worse than this in the entire world. Uttama Falgu, worst of everything. Satatam Ujjitam, all the time oozing out. Then Stirataya Bhasitaya, Sukha Bhasitaya. There is the Abhas of the Stirata, permanency, Abhas of the Sukha, happiness. So what is there in this life? Other than our ashas inside, because of which we keep on doing this or that and keep engaged ourselves. If just select and keep it out of the brackets and see, whole life is other than glani, other than bhaya, other than dukkha, shoka, nirasha, nispruha, disappointment. Other than this, kya hai bolo? Then bhaya for the roga or the mrityu or jaravastha. What is there? What Rama is saying, to go to that level of understanding, we have to be fully unbiased and in the very good sattva guna. To observe every intricate details which all of us know, but then we cover them. We don't become aware of them. We somehow either negotiate with them or we just hide them. We say ठीक है करके उसको careless करते हुए आगे बढ़. सारे details, the सूक्ष्म detail regarding मनुष्य जीवन is being found here by Rama clearly. And in all others nothing but something negative only, something misery giving only, nothing really celebratable. Only one is if it is used for Paramatma Prapti. अब देखो, if the मनुष्य जीवन is so दुर्भर, what to talk about पशु पक्षी आदि योनि if we get. मनुष्य जीवन में कम से कम there is a chance to realize all these and take a turn in the track of life towards spiritual truth. Something we can do. In Pashu Pakshi Yoni we can't do. Same is in the Uttama Yonis like that of Sarga Adi. Bhoga Yoni kehte. Punya ke Bhoga Yoni they are all. Papa Bhoga Yonis if the Narakatiriya Vetadi hai, to Punya ke Bhoga Yoni the Sarga Adi Aksha ki Naraka portion. They're all bhoga lokas, not sadhana lokas. Sadhana lokas are only this earth, beyond that is beyond again Sarga. Mahaloka, Jano, Tapo, Sati. Those four and this Bholoka. This Antariksha Loka, in which all of them are there, Sarga Loka, they are Bhoga Lokas. And then Niche Vale, all the Pashu Pakshi Adi, Tiriyagi Onivala, ये सब भी पाप के फल वाले बहुत और भी they will be of more uncertainties and miseries etc. You can't even calculate them. बस उसमें क्या है, मैं शरीर हूँ, भान उतना अवेयरनेस के साथ नहीं रहता, like human. Therefore, the suffering is not felt by it so much. It suffers, but not that way. It is a tamo guna. The jiva in Pashiyon is in tamo guna. Even doesn't know. Like somebody in drinking mood and all. Then उसको मारो, उसको पता ही नहीं चलता. In that way are the Pashiyonis. But they also have that dukkha. Purushartha ka chance to zero. In this way, Rama tells us, Ityashe Vaashishtha Maha Valmiki Vairagya Prakaranam Jivita Garho Nama Chaturdasha Sargaha. Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Parayana and also study of the next Sarga tomorrow only we do. I could have done the Parayana today, but then we have started our class late. We have to start a new text. I have not even decided till now. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Om Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Om Sri Vaashishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Vedavyasa Vamadeva Bharadwajadi Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharya ki Yoga Vashravana Acharya ki Rishwari Gurudevata Gana ki jai. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, आज के आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती मते हर हर महादेव हर, सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद, जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय। अध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय। थैंक यू। योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण महाशास्त्र की जय। शुभम।